Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil, and in this React with the Redux video tutorial we will learn about the reducer. We will see what is the reducer, what is the root reducer, and the use of both of them, and how we can just make them with the example. We will learn everything about reducer, right? Yeah, another thing, please don't try to copy the code from the video. Even just maybe you are just pausing the video and then just writing and typing the code, which is not actually a good thing. You can just get the all my code from this repository, Anil Sidhu, and you can just get the link of this one, right? All my code is pushed in the dev branch, right? So now let's get back here, and the question is, what is the reducer? Reducer basically get the data from the action and push to the store. And what is the store? I already told you in the previous video. It will just collection of complete application data, right? Now let's see that how we can just create a reducer. So, and where we can create it, first of all let's go to the root folders and let's go to the services, reducer, and here you can find the two files which is we made in the 2 or 3 video ago when we just create the file and folder structure. Link is given in the description box for all videos if you did not watch our previous video, right? Now let's go to the reducer and just start making a reducer. So first of all I'm just going to make a function like function, and function name can be card items, right? And now it will have the switch statement. Yes, one more thing, in the previous video I told you that we just make the constants here because these constants are used in the both files, in the action as well as in the reducer. In the action we actually used here when we are just passing the type. In this video we will make the conditions, or you can say that the switch case based on this type also, right? So we will just make here switch cases like condition. I'm just going to put here some stuff now, conditions, and then we will get the case here, right? All right, and before that we need the two parameters in the cart items. One is the initial state, so let's define the initial state means what is the by default value for these state. So just put here const initial state, and it can have a cart data item, and by default this is a blank array. Why this is a blank array? Because when we just load our application this will be the blank, and when we are just getting the item add here, then these stuff will be added in this object, right? So that's fine. Now just put here two parameters here. One is the initial state or state, and the state value will be the initial state, like this is the by default value, and another one is the action. Now maybe you are wondering that how we are actually connected the reducer and action here, because we did not import the files and kind of thing here. This is actually done by the container. For now we did not just write this code, because after just making the reducer complete, then I will just make the code in the home container to just combine the reducer and action, right? So don't worry about that, because even in this video we are not able to get any output on here based on the Redux flow, right? Because we are just going to step by step. Yeah, so and the second parameter is an action. Now the switch case will be like action dot type, right? So, and here we will write the code. And what is the action dot type? Here you can see that in the action we have add to cart. Maybe we have the two functions here, like I'm just going to put here r, that means remove to cart and remove to cart, right? Like this. And that time we can just use these conditions and we can just make the cases here, so that we can just get the data and we can just differentiate the all request or all actions, right? So just remove for a moment. Now get back here, and now I am just going to import something from uh, basically I just need to use small from and constant and just write here add to cart. So I'm just going to make a condition for it. Let's just write here case, and yep, I need switch with the block, then put here a case, and case can be add to cart, right? And what we are will getting here, so I'm just going to return here, but we'll return here two things. One is the previous data from the state, or you can say that the initial data from the state if you don't have any other data, right? Then another one is basically cart data. In this cart data we will fetch the data from the action. Here you can see that we have the data here, so I'm just going to write here action dot data. That's great. All right, so let's say this case is basically failed here, then or this condition is not matched here, then what we can do for it? For that we can just make a default condition. So just simply write here default return state. That means if we don't match any case, then the initial data will be just passed down here, right? All right, so that's all for a moment, rather than one thing, which is we have to just export it, export default. Great. Now we just successfully created a one reducer. Keep in mind we can have the lots of reducer, like one, and this is for the cards, and let's say we have this for the users, this for the other product list and filter and all, right? So that time we need that we can just combine this all reducer, all this data in a one store. So that we need a root reducer. Root reducer will combine all the reducers into a single one, right? Then just come back here and first of all just import the what we can call it combine reducer, right? So just put here combine reducer, and for that we actually just need to export default combine reducer, and here we can pass the reducer that we want to combine, right? So let's import something from reducer, and our reducer name is, what is our reducer name? Actually forget, card items, right? So just right here. So let's say we have the another one like card item and cart X and all, right? So then we will just put all this stuff here so that we can just combine them in a single reducer, right? What I just write here cart item, then like this, right? But for a moment we have only one reducer, so I am just going to remove it, right? And now you can see that we got the reducer also. So in the upcoming video we just need to do two more steps, one for actually making the wrapper around the React application for Redux, and second one is just setting up the container. After that we are able to just use this flow, and on the button click we are able to get the data here. So thanks for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and like this video. Bye bye, take care.